Now, y'all know the other day when I was eating my oodles or noodles, beef flavor, with my red Kool-Aid and my 6 cubes of ice, watching the 2025 BET Awards, having a good time. Now, somebody didn't think everything about the BET Awards was good. Who you ask? Somebody from the church.
So we need people in the room that know gospel music, that's in the trenches of gospel music, that's advocating for the genre as a whole and not one particular person. It's already a small genre. So it's hard for us to watch the Dr. Bobby Jones Gospel Award being given to somebody that's not in our space, right? No disrespect to the artist, but that's not the space she's in. And so it makes it discouraging, disappointing, and it takes the wind out of all of it.
And I know y'all like, now what the fuck is he whining about? Well, let me tell you, our girl GloRilla, she won a gospel award in the name of Bobby Jones. Now y'all know Bobby Jones, that's our uncle on the gospel side, who wear the sequence blazers, the gator boots, the stockings and socks, bitch, the Vaseline on his lips, okay? And he be hitting notes that ain't even on the music sheet, getting frustrated with the Sopranos because they hitting notes that he can't maintain and they screaming in his ear and he's up in age. That Bobby Jones. So they got an award that's dedicated in Bobby Jones' name, and he used to have a show on BET called Bobby Jones Gospel. He's legendary in the gospel world. Now what he's legend for, bitch, directed the choir. And Deitrick have a problem with it.
Well, on top of that is, we're tired, nobody will say this, but I will, of seeing the same people being celebrated year after year. Like there is nobody else in gospel music. Like no one else is working. You cannot just give it to one person as if they're the ones that's keeping it going. No. We're done with that. Last night was a great win for the ratings for BET. I give certain people awards for ratings, but it was not a win for the gospel music industry.
Now, Deitrick, that's a cute jacket you got on. But did y'all hear the part when Deitrick said he's tired of seeing the same person being honored over and over again? Like, y'all don't see this first puke of talented people in the gospel industry. Y'all see Yolanda and Shirley Caesar right there, and we ain't talking Caesar Salad. But y'all want to keep inviting the person that like to come to your basement parties, who music you keep playing in the club while y'all taking that Hennessy back down your fucking throat to your spine and down to your toes, and y'all get to wiggling and percolating, and he was on stage with his shirt off and the vest on, shining like a strobe light with his shoulders out. We don't know if he had baby oil on. We don't know if he had shea butter. But what we do know, it wasn't the anointed. Deitrick is tired, and he wants y'all to pick him. But I'm going to tell you what it really is, Deitrick. The church is trying to be too much like the world and not servants of God. Because nowadays, when we look at these gospel performances, we just say, oh, that was a good performance. But back in the day, when we hear gospel singers sing, like LaShawn Pace in there, we be like, oh, you feel something, because the woman was anointed. See, it's too much jumping around so the artists on stage can get a standing ovation instead of them singing to touch our soul so we can raise our hand and surrender unto him. You can't mix oil and water. So y'all not being taken serious because y'all trying to be more like the world instead of separating yourself from the world. Sometimes you have to separate to get better results. Stop trying to be so cool and just be a messenger. And I think the biggest problem is, Deitrick, a lot of gospel artists are confused about who we supposed to be worshiping.